Ah, yes. It's that time of the year again where everyone willingly fails shinies? Sort of? That's right, it's Safari Week, an annual shiny hunting event hosted by Matt, aka AbsoBlogs Pokemon, where for 10 days in June, everyone comes together to all shiny hunt in the Safari Zone, where the Pokemon can just run away from you.
Alright, I am in the Safari Zone. I'm doing a bit of pre-gaming, so hopefully Calzone doesn't find me, but hoping to find some good shinies this year, hoping to catch some shinies. And wait, is that a shiny Execute? Oh my gosh, already shiny Execute. I'm gonna have to throw a ball at this thing, even though it's not a Safari ball. I think it just caught it. All right, time to take matters into my own hands. Get over here. All right, so I caught the Execute. That's already the first win. Now it's time to get some more shinies.
This is my 4th year participating, and like every other year of participating in Safari Week, I've had some insane luck. Also, I'm not even kidding. I keep having this pattern of odd number years, I have awful luck, and even number years, I have arguably the best luck of my life. So I would recommend checking out my Safari Week shiny hunting playlist to see my first 3 times participating as well. I'll leave a card for that on screen now. I don't know what genders they are, if they even have genders. I would assume it's the same. Most legendaries, if they have a gender, are guaranteed to be that gender, like no matter what. There's only like essentially 2 exceptions. Shiny Krabby! I saw that right away. And it's on. I think this is actually the game that got Krabby every time. Last Safari Week. After 4,520, whoever predicted, yeah, it was Thor. Thor predicted shiny Krabby, and I was like, there's no way. Our last 2 were Krabby. Oh, dude, I'm already getting nervous, man. I'll get it first ball. See, the issue with Heart Gold Soul Silver is that the catch rates are usually pretty good, but the flea rates are terrible. And if I'm not mistaken, Krabby has a 50% chance to get caught. And I'm not gonna say anything, you know, but like, the last one broke out and fled. So if odds were to suggest anything, would be maybe I catch this one in a ball. The issue is if it breaks out, it's extremely likely to flee. I think it's like a 35 or 40% flea rate. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna throw a ball. One, 2, 3. And we caught it, baby! Let's go! My first Safari Zone reclaim. Let's go. What do we guys have for nicknames? I'm probably going to evolve this one into a Kingler, because last year I got one as a Krabby, and we kept it as a Krabby. So this completes the Krabby line. Oh, what a great start for my Safari Week. I'm like a couple days early, but I'm missing the last 4 days, so we had to do early. Alright, so what do you guys got for nickname, or not nicknames, natures? We got Hasty, Calm, Sassy, a couple Sassies, we got a Rash. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be Bold Nature. Let's see what we got. It's gonna be Gentle. I don't think anyone said Gentle. We got a regular Growlithe and shiny Krabby. Look at that. I probably can't run from this thing. Let's see. No, we can. Nice. Let's do one with the ball. Or we throw the ball out. Regular Tauros. And shiny Krabby in the Safari Ball. Nice. Look at that. Meaty Claw. It is better than before, for sure. On the topic of nicknaming my shiny Pokemon, in the last video, I asked for a nickname suggestion for my shiny Gyarados. I got quite a few comments suggesting nicknames, so thank you to everyone who left a suggestion for the nickname. but I decided to go with the nickname Rage Narok for my Gyarados. I'll leave the comment on screen now for whoever suggested the nickname. I thought it was pretty cool because it's like Ragnarok, like the Norse mythology, and also Lake of Rage. That's what they said in the comments. But I thought that was a really fitting nickname for Gyarados. And I thought it was pretty cool and pretty unique. So thank you for the suggestion, and I will be sure to nickname my shiny Gyarados Rage Narok. Yeah, I've never played any of like the Souls-like games. And that's not because I think they're like bad games or anything. It just takes a lot to want me to play a game that's as difficult as they are. Like if I'm being honest, I want to say the hardest game I've ever played is like Breath of the Wild. And that game wasn't even that hard. like Breath of the Wild was hard at the beginning, but like after like you know how to play it, it becomes really easy. Like there comes a moment in Breath of the Wild where you realize you haven't died in forever. But like early on you die a lot because you're like not good for anything. Skill issue? Well, no, it's not that I mean like I bet I could grind out like an Elden Ring or something eventually. It's just I don't really have a desire to do so. That's the thing. It's not that I think I can't do it. It's just I don't really have a desire to play like intentionally really hard games unless they're like goofy games. Like I messed around with the game I Am Bread for a little bit and Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. I messed around with those games. Those are like goofy games. I'm not talking. Oh, shiny Doduo. I didn't even notice that it's on the front lit game and it sparkled. Yo, shiny Doduo. After 12,864. I don't even know if this is gonna look shiny when I zoom in on it. But that's a shiny Doduo. I was actually worried about missing the shiny Doduos, but I saw the sparkles, and I also couldn't run from it, so... Awesome! Dark Souls brought me the luck. Yeah, now I have to, like, confess to everyone on the internet that I've never played Dark Souls. Oh... Well, this is embarrassing. No, alright, we're gonna get this situated, and then we're gonna try to catch this thing. Dude, I'm gonna be honest, this thing doesn't even look shiny. I might be able to edit it, though, to make it look shiny. But we're not gonna worry about that yet. We gotta, like, get to catching this thing, and also, we gotta nickname it if I catch it. So, I guess let's just full send this right now. It should be, like, a 40% chance to to get caught, and a 15% flee rate. So, let's hope for the best. Ball. We'll take it! We caught it! So there's the regular one. And there's the shiny one. This thing is shiny, right? Okay, what do we nickname it? It's gonna evolve into a Doduo. Because this is my second female one. I noticed it was female. I have 2 females, so we can evolve this one. Ghidorah. Wait, we should do Ghidorah, but make it, like, silly. Like... Because Ghidorah, I'd probably name a Hydreigon, but it's a bird. Ghidorah. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the nickname suggestion, even though I just, like, went with my own, remixed it. Alright. Shout out to Sfeel for giving me the idea of the nickname. What do we got for nature guesses? Someone said calm. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be bashful. We got a modest. Oh, we got a serious. It's gonna be... It's serious! So, Dribble... I'm not gonna be able to pronounce her name, but congrats on the nature guess. It is a serious nature, and it is indeed shiny. It says... Alright, so we're gonna save. I gotta trade this thing off immediately, because, context, while I was setting up Safari Week, and this is for people watching on YouTube after the fact, when I was setting up Safari Week, I kind of dropped this game. This is a fake copy, and I've never had issues with it. But I dropped it, and a piece of the casing broke off, And when I tried to play the game, it like didn't read properly. It was kind of loose, and then it deleted the save file. So now I'm like super paranoid. Even though I already know it can trade, I got a star me on this from another save file. So I gotta trade this off to my leaf green like right away, and then we'll showcase it. I eventually plan to like make sure that this cartridge will never have an issue by like altering the cartridge a bit, but today is not that day, so we're gonna be paranoid about it until we're good. Yeah, I know, I gotta repair it. I mean, after Safari Week, I'll look into it, because I still gotta hunt Mew, but right now our main hunts are Fire Leaf Green. Yeah, you can shiny hunt in fake GBA games, but what you have to make sure is if you're capable of trading. A lot of fake copies can't trade. I got lucky. I know this one can trade. There's Doduo, the shiny Doduo. We got regular Bellsprout and shiny Doduo. Look at that. Look at that. Dude, how is this game at 61 steps and this one's at 155? Dude, I don't get this game, man. This one is less than half of like all the other games in terms of steps. I don't understand why it's only that game. It's only that game. It's none of the other ones. Shiny Nidoran male. Shiny Nidoran male. It was bound to happen. There's my 6th male one and only 5% female. What? Wow. We'll take it. It was under odds. It's still crazy how this is my 6th one. I've only ever seen one of the female one. And it was also on not leaf green. I mean, it's an Nidoran. I'm gonna chuck a rock at this one. Alright, so if you've seen any of my other Safari Zone shiny hunting videos, you would know that I've seen 5 of the Nidoran male line and only 1 of the females. I've been really wanting to complete the shiny Nidoran female line, so at this point, pretty much every Nidoran male I see is just disappointing. So this time, I wanted to try the rock strat. You see, if you throw a rock in the Safari Zone, it doubles the Pokemon's catch rate. At least I think it does. I'm actually not sure what catch factor is. But for Nidoran, its normal catch rate is already above 50%, so doubling that means it would be guaranteed to catch. Probably. The one thing is, I need it to not run on the first turn. A baited or angry Pokemon's flee rate doesn't change until the following turn. So with Nidoran, even if I throw a rock at it, that turn it will still have the 15% chance to flee, or a roughly 1 in 7 chance. And by the next turn, it would be guaranteed to catch. All I need is for Nidoran to not flee on the first turn, which is decently unlikely, and then I'm good, right? I only fail this thing if it runs turn 1, so let's see. And it fled. Rock strat didn't work. Rock strat didn't work. I'll take it though, because that means we're likely to catch the female one. That's crazy too, because I've had a bunch of non-shiny Nidorans run turn 1. Nidoran, Venonat, Doduo. They all have the same flee rate at 15%, 1 in 7 chance roughly. I've had a bunch of non-shiny ones flee first turn if I like accidentally throw a rock or a bait at them. So we're getting all that bad luck out of the way. Now we'll get the shiny female and we'll actually catch it, and it'll stay for more than a turn. If you made it this far into the video, consider leaving a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Both are completely free and help me out a ton. I also have some awesome shiny hunts and other Pokemon challenges coming soon, so you won't want to miss those. Oh, shiny execute. No way. 3474 encounters. Yo, let's go. Man, I'm kind of bummed too because I was live streaming and having like internet issues. Also, pardon my voice. I have a cold, so my voice sounds terrible. I was having internet issues, so I went offline. It's only been 11 minutes since going offline, and we found shiny execute. Oh, I have a feeling I'm gonna fail this one. I fail execute all the time. I still need one more. I'm gonna have to do a quick cut, and then we'll try to catch it. So I'll see you then. All right, I am back. I caught my first one of these before I even did Safari Week. I failed 3 more in a row. The odds are slightly more likely for it to flee. I never have faith in these things, so we'll see what happens. There's not much I can do besides throw balls. I'm kind of expecting to fail this. I failed 3 in a row, so let's do it. Broke out. Stayed. It's crazy. They usually flee first ball. Broke out immediately. Stayed again. Come on, it's like a 20%. Oh my gosh. It's still here though. Come on, execute. I got the hat on and everything. Oh my gosh. And it's gone. Dude, execute freaking sucks, man. I failed 4 in a row. That's so dumb, dude. Man. I thought maybe this would have been the one. 4 in a row fails, man. It's like 5% more likely to flee. 5%. It ain't like double the rate. No, it's 5% more likely to flee than to get caught. Oh, it's ridiculous, man. I guess I gotta keep going for the next one. Oh, shiny Cubone. Oh my gosh. Yo. Shiny Cubone? After 2,232? Are you kidding? This thing I think is only 20% here. It's like one of the rarest ones. No way. Oh my gosh. I want to say this thing has the same catch and flee rate as Krabby. So it's one of those things where like if it doesn't get caught, it's like likely to get caught first ball, but if it doesn't, it's pretty likely to flee first turn. But wow, shiny Cubone. I'm gonna get a better angle, but like there it is. We'll take the 3 under odds in a row. That hasn't happened to me in a very long time. This would be a crazy one to catch. So I'm gonna do a quick cut. And I'll see you when I go to catch this thing. Alright, I was mistaken. It is the same flee rate as Krabby, 35%, but it's 10% less chance of getting caught, so less likely to get caught. It's kind of like a coin flip if I catch or fail this. Slightly weighted in my favor, but who knows. Let's not drag this out. Let's just go for it. Oh, it broke out. No, dude. No. It stayed. Oh my gosh. 3 shake fake. Oh my gosh, I caught it. That's such a cool one to catch, dude. Safari Week's been made up. Screw Execute. Get this thing out of here. Safari Week's been made up. My hair looks terrible, by the way, because of that hat. Screw Execute. This is like the coolest Safari Zone shiny. I was actually looking through the different games you can find Cubone in. At least in the older games. I think it's a little easier in the newer games. But Cubone's pretty rare of a Pokemon in like most games it appears in. It is not an easy shiny to find. So this was definitely one of the most wanted once I switched over to this area. And that is so awesome that I caught it. And of course, the freaking, what do you call it? Safari Ball looks amazing on it. That's awesome, dude. I'm so hyped about that. I thought for sure I was getting a Sandshrew on these games, but Cubone is definitely the most wanted one. I still need Sandshrew, but Cubone was definitely a good one, so I'm shaking. Oh my gosh. You can kind of, I mean, I'm zoomed in. I am shaking from this. This is so crazy. I'm not going to give it a nickname. Let's retire. Oh my gosh, Safari Week's been made up. My goal for every Safari Week is to catch 3. Doesn't matter what 3 it is. If I catch 3 Nidoran males, whatever. But the goal is to catch 3. Doesn't matter how many I've seen. The goal is always catch 3. I've only done it. This is my second time doing it. Catching 3 means it's been a great Safari Week. And not only that, all 3 of them have been ones I needed. So that's awesome. Cubone's such a crazy one, man. I'm so happy about that. It really makes up for the Execute. I'm still bummed about the Execute. I was actually pretty annoyed about that, but you know, Execute shows up on occasion. Cubone's pretty darn rare, let me tell you. Let me save one more time. Oh my gosh. Alright, so my voice probably sounds worse, but the audio is probably pretty loud now, which is, you know, it's what we like. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be Bold Nature. This is the same game that got Meaty Claw, which we will be evolving at the end of the video. So there's Meaty Claw, which is Gentle Nature. I'm guessing Bold. It's Timid. I can't imagine that's good. I can't imagine this thing's a special offense. It's got the same special attack as physical attack. I would imagine that the moveset, though, is not great. It's mostly physical. So it's probably not that good. But hey, he's fast. He's a fast one. It's also got Lightning Rod, so if I ever want to send this up into Gen 8, I can use it to increase electric type spawns, so that's cool, I guess. Oh, it also has Headbutt, so I can use it for Headbutt hunts. Cool. Look at that. Honestly, it's very not noticeable in this tiny sprite, but it's still very cool. Alright, we got a regular Tauros and shiny Cubone. That's such a good one. That makes the whole Safari Week. I'm not even kidding. That is such a cool one, man. Can't escape. So we got regular Gloom and shiny Cubone and Safari Ball. That's so sick, man. All right. I mean, I'm already satisfied with the Safari Week, catching 3 that I needed, but I still have an extra day. I might even be able to hunt on the Sunday, which is the last day, but I'll keep going for another phase, so I'll see you once we get the next one. Is that a shiny Execute? It is! Shiny Execute on Leaf Green. After 864, dude. Are you kidding me? This is shiny number 6 for Safari Week. This will be the 5th Execute in a row I fail if I fail it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, dude. There it is. Next to the Nidoran male. Leaf Green finally got something. This was the Leaf Green that was super due for a shiny. Man, I'm nervous about this one. Alright, I'm back. Execute. Are you doing this to me again? I think Either way, we want this to end in one turn. I'm either catching this in one ball or fleeing in one turn. So, will you be a coward and run away again? Or are you gonna stick around and join the family? Let's do this. I caught execute. Oh my gosh. Yes, dude. I am retiring right away, dude. Oh, it's over. I don't need execute anymore unless they decide to add a new evolution or form to Executor in a later generation. I don't need execute anymore. We are done with execute. Oh my gosh. Dude. 4 years, man. 4 years of Safari Week to finish off the execute line. I originally... It's gonna sound crazy. So, back when I was, like, sort of new into shiny hunting, I say sort of new, but I was doing these, like, 3 badge quests. And near the end of one of my badge quests, I wanted to try to find a lucky egg in the Safari Zone by just, trying to catch as many chances as possible. I ended up finding a shiny Execute and a shiny Nidorino. Caught both of them. I was, like, terrified of the idea of finding a shiny in the Safari Zone. It was something I never really wanted to do. Until I first found the Execute and Nidorino and caught both of them, it made it feel incredible. So then, following, like, the next year, I decided to participate in Safari Week for the first time. Found an Execute, failed it. I was like, I need 2, because if I want one for a Alolan Executor, we failed it. It sucked. I was like 20k for it. And then flash forward the next year, I think I found at least 2. I think it was 2. I found 2 Executes, and I failed both of them. And I was devastated, because I'm like, I still need 2 of these things. Flash forward, I think it was like last year, I hunted for the Alolan Executor in Sun and Moon, which if I remember to do so, I'll put a card on screen for it now. So I got Alolan Executor, and now it's like, alright, I need 1 more Executes. That Safari Week, I didn't find a single Execute. I didn't find, like, really anything. And so then another year. Now it's this year. I failed the Execute earlier today. This is a 3-in-1 day. I'm getting insanely lucky. And we finally reclaimed the Execute after 4 fails in a row. Oh my gosh, dude. The Execute hat. I'm sorry for what I said earlier, Execute. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh, dude. Let me flip my mic around so you can hear the audio better. This is one of my good TSs with good audio. So, my voice is going to sound weird. My voice always sounds weird because I have a cold, but that's okay. I'm going to save one more time. I can't believe... It actually listened to it. It stayed in one ball. I was like, after... Like, by the way, I didn't... And I know my voice probably sounds weird because I just flipped my mic upside down. But, I literally was like, after that Execute I failed earlier today, I was like, dude, you're kidding me. It's like a 1 in 5-ish chance that you catch an Execute in the Safari Zone. And I'm like, how many freaking balls have I thrown at shiny Executes, and I haven't caught one yet? And I threw like 4 at the last one, and I was like, dude, there's no way. I'm so due to catch one. So I was thinking the whole time, I'm like, dude, if we get another Execute, it's gotta get caught in the first ball. We're so due for one getting caught in the first ball, and it actually did. Oh my gosh, dude. Safari Week is so crazy. I was pissed about that last Execute, let me tell you. Alright, nature guess. I'm gonna guess, Impish Nature. So we got Quiet Starmie, Naughty Victory Bell, Modest Pidgeot. I said Impish. It's Impish! No, wait. It's Impish Nature. I did Impish because that used to be a nature I guessed all the time, and I... Oh my gosh. And I do know what I'm nicknaming this one. I'm actually going to nickname it right now. I thought of a nickname because I mean, I'm just gonna expect this is gonna be a long video, man. I'm sorry. This is just so crazy. And I know it's like weird to be this excited over an execute, but like, cause like I see so many videos where people be like, oh yeah, this is my 20th execute in the Safari Zone, cause they've been like doing Safari Week and also doing hunts outside of Safari Week like so long. And it's just like, dude, I've seen 6 of these things now, and I just now finished the line, dude. Alright, so I was thinking about like how I named my original one Lucky Eggs, because I caught it, I found it trying to look for a lucky egg, and instead I found the shiny lucky eggs instead. This one wasn't so great. This one was not so lucky, so we're naming it Not So Lucky. Even though it was lucky that I finally caught it, but like, in the grand scheme of things, with the amount of executes I have seen, it was not so lucky. So, I already picked out this nickname. I am so glad I don't need execute anymore. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh, that is just incredible, man. This is one of the best Safari Weeks I've had. Like, last, 2022, I had the craziest shiny luck I will ever have. I will never come close to that. Arguably, I am coming sort of close to that, but it was, I mean, like, we had, like, half of our shinies were under 1,000. This is only our first one under 1,000, which is still really lucky. But, like, I don't think I'll ever get that lucky. That being said, like, a lot of the shinies we were catching were duplicates. So it's like, I have caught only stuff I needed this time, and it's been incredible. Alright, let's send this thing out. We got a regular Venonat. This is one I still really want. This is one of the only things I have not reclaimed yet, so this would be really cool to get. But at least I can hunt it outside of the Safari Zone, you know? So we got regular Venonat, and Not So Lucky, the shiny Execute. Oh my gosh, 3 in one day. This is 3 in one day, which I've only done, I think, 2 other times, and they were, funny enough, during last 2022 Safari Week, where I had the best luck of my life. Like, we're talking, like, I got one, like, it was like, I think the streak was like, I got like a Parasect in 5k, and then I got like a Nidoran in 100, and then I got like a Rhyhorn in like a couple hundred or something, and then I got like an Execute in like a couple hundred. It was crazy. But like, and I did that twice. I did 3 in a day like twice that time. So 3 in a day does not come very often. So I'm very satisfied with this Safari Week. I'll still probably try to stick around for one more phase. But if I fail it, who cares at this point? I got what I wanted. But we got a regular Bellsprout, and Not So Lucky the shiny Executes. So I'm gonna cut here, and I will see you on the next shiny, maybe the last shiny of Safari Week. We'll definitely get at least one more, because I always try to end on a phase, and I'm definitely gonna be hunting tomorrow. So I'll see you then.
It's more whether you want to buy or make food. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm a little limited when I'm streaming, right? Like, I don't want to, like, leave the stream to go cook a meal for, like, 40 minutes. So I usually just, you know, when I'm streaming, I'll just order food. Or, like, quickly throw something in the air fryer. I might do that, actually. You eat the same thing every week? Why? Are you like meal prepping or something?
Oh, shiny Doduo. I did notice that. Oh my gosh. I saw that going across, and I was like, that looks a little weird, but I was shinoing myself on like all of them, so I was like, I didn't think anything of it. Shiny Doduo after 4,776 encounters. I just chucked a rock at a Doduo on this game too, and it stayed, so now I'm like worried, because I do see that this is a male one, which is one I need. So, I'm kind of worried about failing one. So we shall see, but I guess I'll cut here, and we'll return when I go to catch this thing. Alright, hopefully that looks pretty good. I try not to get it completely in focus, because it gets a little pixely. But Shiny Doduo, this is number 7 for Safari Week. This is a male, so I do actually want this one. Let's hope for the best. I'm kind of worried about this one, honestly. I'm kind of due to fail one of these things. Broke out. Stayed, though. 3-shake fake. I did do pretty well this Safari Week, so I can't complain if I fail this one. Breakout again. And it fled. I'm still disappointed, though, because it's one I needed, man. That sucks. A 3-shake fake. That's okay. I would have probably changed areas after this. That would have been such a good one to end on. Oh, well. Still hoping for Nidoran female. Like, I really want to do the repel trick for Nidoran female, because, I mean, like, it's ridiculous how many phases I've gotten so far without one on Leaf Green. And, that's the one I need most, technically, so... I mean, I guess, like, I don't know if I'm going to start another phase right now, but I'll probably do one more phase. Who knows? Yeah, so I'll see you on the next shiny. And a Sprigatito spawn right on top of me. Is that Shiny Execute? It is. Shiny Execute. I'm doing a Meltan box in Pokemon Go. I actually got a shiny one. Shiny Execute after 2,226 encounters. This one will be a duplicate if I catch it. So, I'm not too worried about it, but... a little annoyed I still haven't gotten a Nidoran female. Leaf Green is all about everything but Nidoran, apparently. Yeah, I mean, here it is. I'm gonna do a quick cut, and I will see you once I go to catch this thing. Alright, I'm back. Pardon if you hear my phone going off. As I said before, I'm doing a Meltan box in Pokemon Go, and there's still 30 minutes left of it. This is shiny number 9 for Safari Week. Very far under odds. Awesome. Will be a duplicate if I catch it. If I don't catch it, who cares? I might do another phase. It's the last day of Safari Week. I had a miss, and there's another Meltan. It's the last day of Safari Week, and I missed like 4 days of it. I started a little early to make up for it, but part of me wants to do one more phase, get a nice 10 for the week, which would be nice, double digits. But at least we got 9, so let's see if we can catch this. Let's not continue waiting around. Let's see what we do. I'm just, like, focused on this Meltan. Breaks out immediately. Stays. It's crazy to not feel nervous for an Execute now. I'm so glad I caught that one earlier. And we caught this one. So, I'm already duping up on Executes. If I hadn't already hunted for the Alolan Executor, I would have, I'd probably evolve one into that, but I already have Alolan Executor, so I don't know what I'm going to do with this one, but, we're going to name it Scrambly. As I get another, I don't know if you can even hear the Meltan noises, but there are definitely Meltan noises going on. So let's retire. Alright, I am going to guess it's going to be Bold Nature. That is my guess. It is going to be Relaxed Nature. Nice. And then we got Doduo. I had to trade this one over because it was on the fake copy, but I think this is the only one this one's caught, but this one's seen a couple... Wait. No, I got the Doduo. The Doduo was the last phase. I was going to say, this is the first one this one's caught. But I did get a Doduo on the last phase that I failed, which that would have been a lot better to catch because it was a male Doduo. But we will take the shiny Execute. Let's check this thing out, because why not? Alright, not sure if you can hear this, because bad Game Boy SP audio. But we got a regular Pidgey, and Scrambly, the shiny Execute. I can't believe how freaking hard I worked for this thing, and now I have an extra one. It's so crazy. I think I am going to try one more phase. I might do like 1500 tonight. Might do some overtime. I'm really playing with fire, though, because ending on a win is actually, like, so good. So, you know, I just want to do one more phase, because we, you know, we got some time. Get an easy 1500 in or so, and then maybe do the rest tomorrow. Who knows? Depending. Watch, I go way over odds for this phase. I'll feel terrible. If I go way over odds on this phase, I might try doing the repel trick for Nidoran. I need to get a Nidoran female soon. Like, I don't know what's going on. I have only, like, until the Doduo that I failed last phase, Leaf Green has only ever seen Rhyhorns and Executes. It is unreal. I've never seen any of the Nidoran female line. And I've seen so many of them. Seen so many Executes and 3 Rhyhorns. How many? I don't even know how many Executes I've seen. I think all except for 2. So I think that's like 5 at this point. But whatever. I'm going to cut here, and I will see you on the next shiny. A solid chance that it's also my longest again for the 3rd year in a row. But this one actually makes more sense. This one makes more sense because it's like, alright, I had really good luck throughout the week, so it makes sense to have like a long one to finish it out. Last year it didn't make sense at all. Last year, my first phase was 20k, and I was already going off of a 28k that I had to put on hold. And I still went 38k for my final phase. Let me get a shiny Scyther or Tauros at least. Well, Scyther can't show up in this area. The only rares are Tauros and Kangaskhan. I personally don't... Like, if I'm going to see a rare, I don't want it to be Tauros, because I don't need Tauros. Oh! Shiny Doduo! There it is. Unfortunately, it's a female, so I actually don't need this one. I knew this was going to happen, dude. Why'd I have to fail the male one, bro? You know I'm catching this one. Well, I was wrong. It's not going to be my longest phase for this year. Our longest phase was actually, funny enough, the first Doduo. So both Doduos over 10k. And one that we failed that I wanted, but we'll take it. If I fail it, it's not a big deal. If I catch it, I won't know how to feel if I catch it, because I would have preferred the male that ran. But you know what? There's other games I can shiny hunt Doduo in. This is my final shiny for Safari Week. I'm day 3 in overtime for this one. Luckily, it was not our longest phase. 11,000 is not bad at all. I'll definitely say. For a 1-in-8-192, 11,000 is pretty good in terms of over odds. And I will explain, and I know my voice sounds probably weirder now because I flipped my mic around, but in the last clip, which you guys didn't see, I'm live on Twitch right now, so I guess follow me on Twitch, linked in the description of all my videos. But in the last clip, which I recorded off stream, I said, oh, I'll do one more phase because it'll be a nice even 10, a double digits, and I was stupid and didn't know how to count, so I didn't realize I was at 8 shinies, so this is shiny number 9. We're not going to get to double digits. So, yeah, let's just see what we got here. And if it flees, it's no big deal. Breaks out immediately. Stayed, though. Can we stay for more than 2 turns? Usually these things run after 2. And we caught it. I knew I was going to catch this one, man. Why'd I have to fail the male, dude? It would have been so much better if I could have just caught the male and failed this one. It would have been so much better. But it's okay. Alright, we got Dostrich, the shiny Doduo. Let's retire. Next shiny we're getting in Leaf Green in the Safari Zone is going to be one of the Nidoran females, without a doubt. Mark my words, I'm going to do the repel trick. I want to be like next Safari Week, I want to be hunting in Hoenn, dude. We just keep not getting stuff we need. Adamant, Sassy, Quirky, I guess Quiet. We got Lonely Oddish, Modest, Count Fabulous, Serious Gidodo, Relaxed Scrambly, And it's going to be relaxed. Relaxed kind of shinies on this game, apparently. These are the two shinies that this game caught this year. Both relaxed. Who would have thought? The same as the last one. We got a regular Pidgey and Dostrich, the shiny Doduo. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Well, I'm going to cut here. We're going to do a recap. And we're going to do some evolutions. So, I'll see you once we go and do that. Alright guys, I am back. As I probably stated in the last clip, that was the last shiny of my Safari Week. I was a bit going overtime. It's currently Thursday recording this. I got that shiny on Wednesday when Safari Week ended the Sunday before. But now we got to do some evolutions. I got a couple shinies that I need to evolve for my shiny living dex. So we're doing that now. I have my shiny Doduo here that we're going to evolve into a Dodrio. I believe this will do it. If not, the next Pokemon will do it. Also, my mic is flipped upside down, so my voice probably doesn't sound perfect. There we go. Dodo is level 31. But yeah, my voice probably doesn't sound perfect, but I figured the game audio probably sounds a lot better now. Alright, Dodo is evolving. Now, even though, as I may have stated before, there's no gender differences in Generation 3. They didn't get added until Generation 4. But eventually, I do want to send all my shinies up into Pokemon Home and have a full living dex in there. So I am going for gender differences. So this is female shiny Dodrio. It's really cool to have a Gen 3 shiny Dodrio as well. So that's awesome. So let's check this thing out really quick. I'm going to get rid of the lucky egg. But there we go, Dodo, the shiny Dodrio. Really cool to have a shiny Dodrio in Gen 3. Really cool to have completed the shiny Doduo line after last Safari Week. I only got one shiny in Fire Red Leaf Green, and it was my first Doduo, so that's cool. A bit unfortunate that I failed the male Doduo because obviously I want to go for gender differences, but I can't really complain too much. Everything else that I caught outside of the extra Doduo and the extra Execute I needed, so that was really cool. So here we have a regular Fearow and Dodo, the shiny Dodrio. That looks really cool. So next, I got to evolve one of my Krabbies into Kingler. So I guess I'll do a quick cut and we'll get to that. Alright, next up we have our second shiny Krabby evolving into shiny Kingler. We got Meaty Claw here. Last year's Safari Week, I caught my first shiny Krabby, so I do have a playlist for my Safari Week shiny videos. I guess I'll leave a card for those on screen now, but I think this will level it up to level 28. I think it's kind of crazy that Krabby evolves at level 28. I thought it was level 38, but Kingler seems like a pretty strong Pokemon to be evolved at level 28, which is, you know, pretty convenient for this. I didn't have to level it up that much. Alright, here we go. Meaty Claw is evolving. Completing 2 evolution lines, technically. I do still have to go for the male Doduos at some point, but for the evolution line, we got them. And there we go. We got shiny Kingler. Looks really cool. Some green shinies, man, they do look really cool. I don't care what people say if they're hating on green shinies. Some green shinies are actually awesome. Actually, I think most of them are pretty cool in a sense. There's just a lot of them, so I get when people get kind of sick of them. Alright, let's check this thing out. So we got a regular Bidoof and Meaty Claw, the shiny Kingler. That's so cool. That's just the giant meaty claw. And then a little bit of its head peeking through. But, awesome. So I wanted to quickly go over my total results of Safari Week 2024. I found a total of 9 shiny Pokemon, 6 of which I caught and 3 of which I failed, as you can see on the layout. That gave me about a 67% success rate, which is, funny enough, the exact same success rate I had last year. I caught 2 shinies and failed 1 and only saw 3 total. I did a grand total of 49,808 encounters this year, and I averaged about 5,534 encounters per shiny. So I actually had insane luck, which was very nice considering I've had a lot of really consistently bad luck over the past year or so. So it was really nice having like really consistently good luck. My longest phase took 12,864 encounters, and my shortest phase only took 864 encounters. Now, to put it into perspective, last year I did, I think, 60,000 encounters total, and I only found 3 shinies. That was some of the worst luck I have ever had, and this year I did about 10,000 less encounters and saw 3 times the amount of shinies this year. So it was pretty crazy. Even though I would have loved to have caught the male Doduo, I caught everything that I needed outside of the gender difference of a Pokemon that I already completed the line for. So it's not even that big of a deal that I failed the Doduo. It would have been nice, but I did a few reclaims. We reclaimed not only Krabby, but Executes after all these years. I failed so many shiny Executes throughout the years, and I'm very happy with the results. So let me just go through and show the shinies we got this year. All right, now I believe these are listed in the order I got them. So starting off, we got Doduo, the shiny Dodrio, which again did complete the set of females for Doduo and Dodrio. Still haven't gotten a male one, unfortunately, as I've been saying a bunch of times. I failed the male one, but you know what? It's not a super rare Pokemon. There's other means I can hunt a shiny male Doduo if I want to go for that gender set. So still very successful. Really cool to complete that line. Then we finally finished the Execute line. It's been, I think, 4 years since I started it. It was the first shiny I ever found in the Safari Zone, and I successfully caught it. Then 2021, I did my first Safari Week, failed a shiny Execute after 20,000 encounters. Then 2022 Safari Week, I think I found 2 additional shiny Executes and failed both of those. Then 2023 Safari Week, I didn't find any, but then 2024, we found 1 and failed it, and then I finally found another one and caught it, and then just to add a cherry on top, we got Scrambly here, the second shiny Execute. So I guess making up a bit for all the failed ones. We got Not So Lucky. Not So Lucky is going to be the one that goes into my shiny living dex. Scrambly is just going to be a duplicate that I have in my duplicate box. So unfortunately, Scrambly, you're just going in the dupe box. But you know what? It's still cool to have. It makes up for all the fails I got. And it's still another to the win side of the screen. And then we got Dostrich, the second shiny female Doduo, technically my 3rd overall. But this one's also going to go in the dupe box because I did not need this one. But, and I think it's hilarious that I failed a Nidoran male, as you can see on the layouts, because I chucked a rock at it. But you know what? Even though this is my 4th, is this my 4th year? This is my 4th year doing Safari Week, and I still haven't found a Nidoran female in Leaf Green. I'll probably have to do a repel trick for that at some point and shiny hunt that outside of Safari Week. But that was probably the biggest disappointment of that Safari Week, was just still not finding Nidoran female after having I think over 10 phases now in Leaf Green in the Safari Zone, which is just unreal. But I can't really be complaining because I had a really successful Safari Week this year, and I can do a repel trick for Nidoran female on my own time. Hoping to not fail it at least. But there's all of my shinies that I caught this year in Fire Red Leaf Green. It looks really cool in the box going through them. And then I'm probably going to have to adjust the camera for this. We will go through the shinies I got in Heart Gold. Soul Silver this year did not get any shinies. Heart Gold got the 2, and they were both really good ones that I caught successfully, which is awesome. So we got Meaty Claw here, which is completing the Krabby line for me, which is really cool. And it was also a reclaim. I failed it. The shiny Krabby, I'm going to spoil it. If you haven't seen the 2023 Safari Week video, this is going to be a spoiler. But 38,000, it was over 38,000 for that shiny Krabby, and I failed it. And that was my 2nd longest hunt of all time, and I failed it. So it's really nice to not only reclaim the shiny Krabby, but get it under odds. That was awesome. And then we got, which is, this one's actually such a highlight for me, is Dry Bones. I named it Dry Bones. I didn't actually explain that at any point, but I named it Dry Bones, the shiny Cubone. This was a shiny I did not expect to find, let alone catch, so getting this one is really cool. Dry Bones is a pretty, Dry Bones, shiny Cubone, it's pretty rare shiny throughout the series. I think the best bet of finding it, at least full odds, I don't know about methods, you could probably breed for it, there's probably some sort of method that makes it not super hard to get it, but in terms of full odds, your best bet of finding shiny Cubone is in like Gold, Silver, Crystal, and Heart Gold, Soul Silver in one of the caves. I forget where it is, but I think it's like 40% or something like that. Every other game Cubone appears in, it's like 10% or in this case, it was 20% in the Safari Zone. But going against 70% of the Sandshrew line, I thought for sure I was just going to find a Sandshrew or two in Heart Gold, Soul Silver. But not only did I find the Cubone, which is what I wanted most, I ended up catching it after it already broke out, and I was very scared it was going to run. So this one was definitely a highlight for me, along with catching the shiny Execute, completing that line, of course. So there's my results for Safari Week 2024. It was definitely really fun. Huge shout out to Absol Blogs Pokemon for hosting as per usual every year. And yeah, I got one more thing I'm going to do before I end the video, and we'll see you then. One more thing before I go, and this is something I've been doing for the past few videos now, is that I've been trying to do this sort of draw every Pokemon challenge, and I've been doing it with the rules of essentially I just have to draw the Pokemon that I have full odds hunted live on my YouTube channel. These are essentially just the shinies that I count towards my own personal shiny living dex, and the reason why I'm going off of the shinies I found and not just in order is so that I don't just get stuck doing all of the Generation 1 Pokemon and then get burnt out of it. However, there's only going to be Generation 1 Pokemon in this video. I do plan to make a full video discussing this challenge overall, but essentially it's just me drawing these Pokemon that I have shiny hunted, and I'm trying to mimic the old Ken Sugimori style to the best of my abilities. So first up, we have the Krabby that I got, then we're doing the Kingler, and I will say that I did not get shiny Krabby in this video. I evolved mine into Kingler. The original plan is to just go for the shinies that I find in said video, but since I am so far behind, I've been shiny hunting for years before I ever thought about doing this. I figured if I completed a shiny evolution line in a certain video, in this case, I got my shiny Kingler to complete that line, I would then do the pre-evolution that I've already hunted. And there might be some other shinies that I don't post in videos that I draw, and if you want to see all those, I do post them on my Twitter, so you can follow me. I think I have that linked in the description of all my videos. I'm not sure, but if I don't, I will be sure to add that. But here we go, we have our Kingler drawing. And then finally, because Kingler has an alternate form, I decided to draw the Gigantamax Kingler. Now for Pokemon with alternate forms, if they are boxable forms in home, I will draw them accordingly if I have shiny hunted them. For other non-boxable forms in home, in this case like Megas or Gigantamaxes, I will draw them once I complete the evolution line or get said Pokemon that has that alternate form that you cannot have physically in home. So, after getting Kingler, I figured I would draw the Gigantamax Kingler, and here we have the 3 of the Krabby line and their shinies with them. I do post these images on Twitter, so if you want to see those, make sure you give me a follow, and you can check out the ones that I post that aren't in videos, that I'm just drawing on my own time to catch up with this challenge I'm doing. Next, we have the Doduo. Now, Doduo was very easy, except for the feet. It was kind of difficult drawing the feet with it facing essentially straight on, but eventually I got it to work, and this is for the female Doduo. At some point, if I get a male Doduo, I will draw that as well, but I wanted to make them in a pose of their heads being in the shape of a heart, and I thought that was pretty cute, so there is Doduo. Then we got Dodrio. Now, just like Doduo, it is pretty much the same drawing Dodrio, just a little difference in the body and the heads. And this one I wanted to reference the King Ghidorah meme of the one, and I might show it on screen. It's the one with one of the heads is being really weird looking and the other one's like looking at it funny. Don't know how to explain it, but I wanted to reference that because the name I gave the Dodrio was Doduo in reference to King Ghidorah, so I thought that was pretty funny. I also try to make their poses not super basic. It's hard for some Pokemon, but other Pokemon you can kind of get a little creative with their poses. So here are the Doduo and Dodrio drawings. Next, because I finally completed the Execute line, I had to draw the entire Execute line. So starting off with Execute, I wanted to make this one have the middle egg be bigger because even in Generation 3, and I think even some of the later gens, outside of once it became a 3D model, the middle Execute egg was like a little bigger than the rest of them, and it was pretty noticeable, especially in older generations. So I wanted to really highlight that. Next up, we have the Executor. Now, this one was really easy to draw. Now, Executor, because he doesn't have any arms, is kind of hard to pose in a pretty unique way, so I just made it taking a big step. Again, this Executor we did not get in this video, but I already had the Executor. I just got the Execute to complete the line. And then we have the Alolan Executor, which, again, I did not get in this video, but because we completed the Execute line, I figured I'd draw the entire Execute line. Now this one I wanted to pose in a way where the head was kind of looking at the tail because the tail has its own little face as well. It was pretty difficult to get the positioning right, but in the end, I think I got something that I was pretty happy with, and I do like this kind of unique pose for Executor. Normally they just try to highlight how tall it is. I did still make the neck look pretty long, but I do like how it is kind of curved in a way instead of just sticking straight up like you would normally see in a Alolan Executor. And here is the full Execute line with the shinies on display here. And last but not least, we have Cubone. Now, unfortunately, I only found shiny Cubone. We did not get shiny Marowak or Alolan Marowak, so I will only be drawing Cubone right now, but I really wanted to highlight the sadness of Cubone because I always feel like they do that in like the TCG and whatnot. They always highlight how sad Cubone is, and I made it just hugging its bone, all sad, crying, sitting down, and yeah, I think this one turned out really well. And here is the shiny Cubone with the normal Cubone. Now, I will go more into detail as to what I'm doing with this challenge and why I'm doing it in a future video, along with some other details onto what I'm doing going about drawing these Pokemon. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to answer them either in the comments or in a future video. But there is the shiny Cubone and the normal Cubone. I don't know why I keep saying shiny Cubone first. The normal one is the highlight. It's to draw every Pokemon. I just want to draw the shinies with them. I just kind of color correct them in Photoshop to make them shiny because obviously I found them shiny, so I want to include the shinies. But that is going to be it for this video. Thank you to everyone who made it this far into the video. I really appreciate it. I know it was a long one with all the shinies I found in this video, along with all of the probably just talking my mind off about my thoughts during these hunts. But make sure you are subscribed. I have a lot of really cool shiny hunts and other Pokemon challenges I have planned very soon, so you won't want to miss those. And yeah, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring those notification bells, all that good stuff. Be sure to join the domination, and I will see you in the next video.